Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz with me, Deepika, and coming up in the next half an hour. Jaiswal's half-century in partnership with Rohit opens India's performance at front foot. Virat Kohli becomes fastest to score 27,000 runs. India continues to dominate the game with complete control. In soccer, Manchester United lose to Tottenham Hotspur in crucial Premier League encounter. Consistent Bournemouth all set to face lower-ranked Southampton tonight at Vitality Stadium. In tennis, four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka set up a clash with Coco Gauff. Men's doubles team of Murray and Pearce cruised to semi-finals of the ongoing China Open. First up, let's get you the latest from India versus Bangladesh Test match. Well, the Test match is currently underway in Kanpur, and India showcased exhibition of batting blitz after bowling Bangladesh out for 233 runs in the first innings itself. India are currently at 235 for the loss of 4 wickets till the last reports came in. And earlier on day 4, the duo of Yashasvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill helped India break the world record of scoring fastest team century in Test cricket. India went across the 100-run mark in just 10.1 overs. Jaiswal departed after scoring 72 runs off 51 balls, while Rohit Sharma scored 23 off 11 balls. India also broke the record for the fastest team 50 in the history of Test cricket as the duo of Rohit and Jaiswal smashed an opening stand of 55 in just 24 balls. Meanwhile, Virat Kohli became also the fastest player to reach 27,000 international runs. In the process, he surpassed Sachin Tendulkar's record of 27,000 runs across 623 innings. Kohli has currently played 594 innings in international cricket. In the morning session, India dismissed Bangladesh for 233 runs. Mominul Haq scored a Test century in India, becoming only the second player from his country to achieve this spectacular feat. But rain forced early stumps on day 1, while the second day and third day could not see any action due to the same reason. Bangladesh trailed 1-0 in the 2-match series after having lost the first Test to the hosts in Chennai by a dominant margin of 280 runs. If you talk about the current scores, it is 244 for Team India for a loss of 4 wickets right now. Indian cricket's governing body, the BCCI, inaugurated its new state-of-the-art National Cricket Academy, which will be now known as the Centre of Excellence on the outskirts of Bengaluru. BCCI President Roger Binny and Secretary Jay Shah unveiled the facility to the office bearers, which were fully functional from early 2025, will take over as board's primary centre for training, sports science, rehabilitation and injury management. The operations from the existing NCA premises at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium are expected to be shifted out in a phased manner. Spanning over 40 acres of land in Bengaluru, the BCCI Centre of Excellence features 3 world-class grounds and 86 pitches, including both indoor and outdoor areas. It also has 45 outdoor net pitches for practice, all separated by safety nets sourced from the United Kingdom. With a sports science and medicine facility, it will be open to leading Indian Olympians as well, contributing to the overall growth of the Indian sports ecosystem. Staying on cricket, in a scintillating victory, World Cup champions Australia defeated England at their home ground to seal the ODI series. Australia's captain Mitch Marsh posted their bowling performance as they continued their winning momentum. Our next report tells you more on how it happened. Take a look. World Cup champions Australia once again proved their prowess as they beat England in ODI series at Bristol's County Ground, registering the ODI series victory in their name on Sunday. Aussies secured a 3-2 series victory over England after rain interruption handed a 49-run victory via the DLS method. In the process, Australia chased a 310-run target for victory, racing towards 465 in 20.4 overs before downpour forced a premature end to the series. After being sent into bat, England made a fast start as Ben Duckett smashed his way to 107, but they were stifled by Australia's spinners and fell short of a pass score, having been 202 for 2 midway through their innings. In the process, Duckett scored his second ODI century, matching his previous highest score of 107 not out against Ireland at the same venue in September last year. Australia made haste with the bat and cleared the boundary 9 times to win a fascinating series. They had led 2-0 until they allowed England to set up a decider with victories in the third and fourth matches. Eventually, the hosts lost 6 for 58 in a disastrous collapse as Australia's spinner wreaked havoc on a turning deck. Speaking on ODI series victory, Australia's captain Mitchell Marsh said, "They were on track for a big total, but the way the bowling attack assessed the conditions as the day went on was fantastic. The more bowling options and changes you can throw at batters to not let them settle works well for us. This was a really good series for us." England's attention now turns to a 3-match series in Pakistan with 7 of this party flying out on Tuesday. The series opener begins in Multan on Monday, the 7th of October. Sports Desk, DD India. Now let's get you some update from women's cricket. India began their Women's T20 Cricket World Cup preparations on a positive note, beating the West Indies by 20 runs in the warm-up game in Dubai on Sunday. A flamboyant 50 from Simeone Rodriguez and a clinical bowling performance helped India register the clinical victory. Chasing 142 runs, West Indies reached 121 for a loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs. The Indian team found themselves in trouble when Shafali Verma, Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana fell early. Hayley Matthews took 2 of those wickets, leaving India struggling at 23 for 3. However, Chemia and Yastika Bhatia responded by putting on 50 runs for India. India will take on South Africa in their second warm-up match on Tuesday. Ireland notched up its first victory in men's T20 internationals against South Africa as it defeated the Proteas by 10 runs in the second game. This was of a 2-match series at Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi on Sunday. This was also Ireland's second victory against South Africa in international cricket. It had been beaten the Proteas in a one-day international back in 2021 in Dublin. Now batting first, Ireland scored 195 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Ross Adair smashed century in 58 balls, while captain Paul Stirling starred with 52 runs. In reply to this, South Africa could only manage 185 runs on the board, falling short by 10 runs. The victory helped Ireland level the 2-match series by 1-1 after it lost the first T20I by 8 wickets. The two teams will be involved in a 3-match one-day international series starting Wednesday. Sri Lanka have consolidated their position further in the ICC World Test Championship standings after their 2-0 victory against New Zealand. Though they remain in third place, they have now improved their point percentage to 55.55%. On the other hand, New Zealand, who began the series in the third phase, have slipped to the 7th position. Now, this means that England, Bangladesh and South Africa all jump by 1 place to be at 4th, 5th and 6th spot. Now, Sri Lanka's third victory on the trot means they have a golden opportunity to secure their first ever WTC final if they perform well in the upcoming series against South Africa and Australia. Moving on, the Indian Army, in collaboration with the Centre for Land Warfare Studies, hosted Army Sports Conclave 2024 at Manekshaw Centre in New Delhi. The event focused on the roles and initiatives taken by the Indian Army to shape India's sporting ecosystem and make India a global sporting powerhouse. Here's more.
The Indian Army has long been a key contributor to India's sporting success. Known for its discipline, physical endurance, and leadership, Indian Army has produced numerous elite athletes. Continuing this tradition, the Indian Army organized the Army Sports Conclave on Monday at Manekshaw Centre in New Delhi. The event was graced by India's Sports Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, veteran shooter and Sports Minister of Rajasthan, Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, and Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, along with several senior officers of the Indian Army. The conclave was focused on India's bid to host the 2036 Olympics, stressing collaboration with stakeholders to boost sports infrastructure. On this occasion, Union Sports Minister Mansukh Mandavia highlighted the importance of nurturing skilled coaches to transform India into a sporting powerhouse.
मैं देख रहा हूँ हमारे स्पोर्ट्समैन को तो मेडल जीत के आते हैं तो उसको बहुत सम्मान दिया जाता है, लेकिन उसके पीछे जिन्होंने शक्ति लगाई है ऐसे कोच का क्या, उसको कैसे हम सम्मान दे पाए। आज की कॉन्क्लेव में मैं मानता हूं कि मुझे ये रोड मैप के लिए आप मुझे कैसे सुझाव दे सकते हो, मैं उसके बाद तुरंत ही तय कर रहा हूं 5 हमें 2036 में 10 क्रम पे आना है और हम जब होस्ट करते हैं ओलंपिक्स तब मेरा देश का परफॉर्मेंस स्पोर्ट्स में बेस्ट होना चाहिए, उसके लिए हमें प्लानिंग करना है। एक बार पहले कोच बनाना है, कोच निर्माण करना, अच्छा कोच देश में आ जाएंगे तो अच्छे प्लेयर बना देंगे।
Veteran shooter and Rajasthan Sports Minister Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore acknowledged the Indian Army's vital role in producing top-tier athletes.
जब मिशन ओलंपिक एक तरह से मिशन के रूप में भारतीय सेना ने लिया तो उससे बहुत बेहतरीन नतीजे आए भारत के लिए। सेना के अंदर खेल, फिटनेस, मुकाबला हर रोज का काम, तो ये बड़ी स्वाभाविक सी बात हो जाती है कि भारतीय सेना नेचुरली इंक्लाइंड रहती है न केवल सेना के लिए बल्कि देश के लिए पदक जीतने के लिए, तिरंगा लहराने के लिए।
By bringing together key figures from sports and the armed forces, these events help chart a strategic path forward. Besides, such conclaves are vital for uniting key stakeholders to strengthen sports infrastructure and drive India's Olympic aspirations, giving Indian sports a path to global excellence. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, India is preparing really hard to finish amongst the top 10 in the Summer Olympics of 2036. The Indian Army has also pitched in as India claims to host the Olympics 12 years from now. At a sports conclave in New Delhi, the top brass of the Indian Army laid down the blueprint for the upcoming event. DD India correspondent Vishal Paristo caught up with the champion long jumper Anju Bobby George to find out more.
2036 is the target set by the Indian Army, and India wants to host the Olympics in 2036. I have with me Anju Bobby George, the world champion and a long jumper also. How do you find this ambition of India to host 2036?
See, as an athlete, I'm extremely proud to be a part of this conclave the Army is doing, because it's every stakeholder's wish, and they have to come forward to support the government, because 2036 is a dream for us and we have to be there on the podium and we have to be the best. So we all are actually closing hands to support government. As an athlete I am here, as an institution the Army is doing, and all states also will come forward, I believe.
Okay, now you've been a world champion yourself and you've been also encouraging a lot of youngsters. So today it was said that athletics is one of the field that we should focus upon. So what do you have to say on that, keeping in mind 2036 Olympics?
See, athletics is the mother of all sport, and Olympics is all about athletics, started with athletics, and that's the beauty actually. So, and we have multiple medals also. But it's very tough to win Olympic medals in athletics, because all the entire world is actually training for like athletics. But we have talent and we have to nurture them properly, and we are on the right path because we already got Olympic gold, and yes, we can do it.
Has anything changed ever since this government took over as far as the sporting field is concerned?
I'm not a political person, but still what I have seen, I am saying. See, when as Rathod said during his speech, see, our time, after the training, we used to run with the files to the ministry and waiting for 4 or 5 hours there and then come back to training. That was the normal thing. But now athletes don't need to come to office even for anything. They just need a call call to the person, things will done. So that's a change.
So there you heard Anju Bobby George. She says that yes, things have changed and changed for better. And yes, India can do very well in 2036. With cameraman Ashish in Delhi, this is Vishal Baristo for DD India.
And now let's talk about shooting. India's 10-meter air rifle mixed team of Gautami Phanot and Ajay Malik, along with 10-meter air pistol mixed team of Lakshita and Parmod, secured bronze medals at the Junior Shooting World Championship in Peru. Gautami Phanot and Ajay Malik overcame Croatia's Namija Turk and Darko Tomasevic of 17-9 scoreline in the 10-meter air pistol mixed team event bronze medal encounter. China won the gold medal with a narrow 17-15 scoreline over France in the final. Later in the day, Lakshita and Pramod beat fellow Indians Kanishka Dagar and Mukesh Nilavali by 16-8 to win the bronze medal in 10-meter air pistol event. The two bronze took India's medal tally to 5th position. That also includes 2 gold and 3 bronze medals. Indian sporting heroes, including Olympians and Paralympians, were honoured by IOC member Neeta Ambani at a special event held in Mumbai. The founder of Reliance Foundation and a member of the International Olympic Committee, Neeta Ambani, invited around 140 athletes to celebrate their achievements. The event, named United in Triumph, marked the first time these athletes gathered together on a single platform. Prominent athletes such as Neeraj Chopra, Manu Bhakar, P.R. Srijesh, Sarabjot Singh, H.S. Pranoy, Pulela Gopichand and many others attended the celebrations. On to chess. Indian Grandmaster D. Gukesh rose to world number 4 in the latest FIDE live rankings on Sunday. D. Gukesh replaced his chess Olympiad teammate Arjun Arigaisi as the highest rated Indian chess player in live rankings. Arjun, who was previously the top-ranked Indian, was pushed 2 places down to the 5th spot in live rankings after he lost to Turkey's Edis Gurel in German Bundesliga 2024-25 season. Meanwhile, Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru Nakamura and Fabiano Caruana are ahead of D. Gukesh. 18 years old D. Gukesh had a brilliant run at the Chess Olympiad and will face Ding Liren at the World Chess Championship that will take place in Singapore between the 25th of November and 13th of December this year. Time to take a short break, but still to come on DD India Sports Pass. Diego Simon says instigators should be punished who lead disruptions in any match. And French footballer Antonio Griezmann calls time on his international career.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Buzz, and now let's get you all the action from the world of soccer. Atletico Madrid's Angel Correa bundled home an equalizer deep into added time against Real Madrid to snatch a 1-1 draw on Sunday. The Liga derby was suspended for over 20 minutes after the home fans hurled objects onto the pitch. The game was stopped in 69th minute, 5 minutes after defender Eder Militao scored the opener for the visitor. After a delay of over 20 minutes, the players returned to the pitch and Atletico piled on the pressure before levelling the scores when substitute Correa forced the ball home from close range after a counter-attack in the 5th minute of added time. Real is now second in the standings on 18 points, 3 behind Barcelona and 2 ahead of Atletico in third after 8 games.
Bueno, This draw is pretty different because we were very close to winning, but that can happen. They are a very strong opponent with a lot of resources and quality. It's a pity that their goal came at the last minute when we were doing a good job of controlling the game. We came close, but we are still in the fight. It's not like we are desperate over this, because to get a draw with what happened last year in mind might be an important point in the future.
Now, in yet another scuffle related to the fans that affected the on-ground match, Diego Simon has given a very hard-hitting statement. Take a look at this report to know all about it. In yet another match suspension caused due to fan interruption between a match that was taking place between Real and Atletico Madrid, a different stand has come to the fore, asking the ones to be sanctioned too who instigate such incidents. Well, after the match that completed on 29th September, Sunday, Atletico Madrid manager Diego Simon said fans that hurled objects onto the pitch causing their derby against Real Madrid to be suspended for over 20 minutes should be punished, as well as the players who he suggested encouraged such actions.
In the second half, I think we were playing well. I think we were in a good place when Real Madrid scored. And then this episode happened, which should not have happened, and which ended up benefiting us because it stopped the match after we had just been hit while the team was playing well. We went to the locker room, I told them what I was seeing and what I felt, and the team went back out and played differently. They played the way we needed to play the end of the match. They created some chances, we leveled, and I think we deserved the draw. But it was a match that did not have a lot of standouts in the area. A lot of shots from the outside, a few close chances, but nothing like, oh, we missed 3 or 4 goals, no.
While Real players celebrated Eder Militiao's opener in the 64th minute, Atletico Ultras Fondo Sur, who are located in the south lower stands, threw objects towards visiting keeper Thibaut Courtiers, who alerted the referee and he decided to temporarily halt the match. After the delay, Angela Correa equalized deep in added time as the game ended with a 1-1 draw. But the statement is thought-provoking in itself because it now takes a dig onto the instigators as well. Sports Desk, DD India. Now, Tottenham Hotspur defeated 10-man Manchester United by 3-0 in their Premier League encounter on Sunday, with goals from Brennan Johnson, Dejan Kulusevski and Dominic Solanke. After captain Bruno Fernandes was sent off in the 42nd minute for a high challenge, United kept struggling. Meanwhile, Spurs took the lead early when Mickey van de Ven set up Johnson for an easy tap-in. They doubled their lead shortly after half-time when a slip by Lisandro Martinez allowed Johnson's deflected cross to reach Kulusevski, who scored with a clever finish. Solanke sealed the victory in the 77th minute, tapping in a header from a corner. With this victory, Tottenham moved to 8th in the points table with 10 points, while United remained in 12th position with 7 points. Bournemouth's Vitality Stadium will host an exciting clash between two South Coast rivals in Premier League match on Monday. The Cherries will be looking to ignite their season against newly promoted Southampton in a match that promises plenty of action. Currently, Southampton are at the 19th position in the Premier League standings and have struggled to impose themselves this season. On the other hand, Bournemouth are at the 13th position in the league table at the moment and have been inconsistent this season. The home side suffered a 3-0 defeat at the hands of Liverpool last week and will need to bounce back in this match. Now a major breaking. French footballer Antonio Griezmann announces his international retirement. The Atletico Madrid forward has played 137 matches for France and has 44 goals to his name. Griezmann played in 6 major tournaments for France, including a leading role in their 2018 World Cup victory as well as in their run to the 2022 final in Qatar. Griezmann also won the 2021 UEFA Nations League title when France defeated Spain by 2-1 in the summit clash. On to tennis. Spain's Carlos Alcaraz cruised to the semi-finals of the China Open on Monday. The Spaniard delivered a high-quality 7-5-6-2 victory against Karen Khachanov to book his last 4th spot at the ATP 500 event in Beijing. Alcaraz will next face Daniil Medvedev in the semi-finals. Medvedev defeated Flavio Cobolli by 6-2 and 6-4 to maintain his bid for his maiden ATP Tour crown of 2024. On the other hand, Americans Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula marched into the round of 16 at the China Open with victories in Beijing. Gauff put away Katie Boulter in straight sets by 7-5 and 6-2 in just under an hour and a half. Coco Gauff will face Japan's Naomi Osaka next. On the other hand, Jessica Pegula dropped the first set against Russia's Veronika Kudermetova before stepping it up in the second and third sets to win by 6-7, 6-1 and 6-2. The number 2 seed will face Paula Badosa next. And that's all for this edition of TD India Sports Buzz. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For latest news on the go, you can download the news app of TD India on your mobile phones. For rest of the updates from the country and the world, stay tuned to TD India. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.